and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be talking about pastel gore. Pastel gore, also known as candy gore, is a subgenre of gore within the art community. Now, what exactly is pastel gore? Well, after what our always trustworthy Urban Dictionary says, pastel gore or candy gore is a method of drawing where you draw a character in colorful pastel colors. Along with the colors often tend to have severed body parts along with occasional fresh wounds, if you can call it that, showing intestines and most important a very thick goo that of course resembles blood that comes from the wounds. There is no strict color palette but should remain within the pastel shades, and mixes of wounds is up to the artist. Now, I am personally a big fan of pastel gore, and I've been ever since I saw my first speed paint several years ago. God knows I watched a lot of videos of it, and if one of my favorite artists makes a pastel gore video, then of course I'ma watch it. Though I must say I never thought much about why I like it as much as I do, but I used the time to ponder about it and think I've come up with a reasonable reason for it. Now, in my opinion, starting out of nowhere, I know art, and by the mean I mean art that you see in museums or hanging out the walls of collectors often tend to have deeper messages behind them, which we are left to ponder about. And even though many videos of speed paints today, and I am guilty of such as well, they tend to lack deeper meaning of something or feelings, for example. Commissioned artists tend to have it worse. Many of the drawings they produce as commissions are drawings of characters, often happy, in a rather basic pose. Now, this is not the artist's fault, nor is the person who commissioned the drawing, but it often tends to happen, but in long run it is uninteresting content, in my opinion. Constantly making the same pose, with the same way of coloring and the same way of shading, it just doesn't do a lot. For drawing or painting or any type of art, having a deeper meaning makes it so much more appreciated and special. Most of the time that deeper meaning is often something negative, something that is bad, and we love it because it's something we can relate to as humans. But when it comes to art, you almost always have to take it a little further, really get the message through. That is why more challenging drawings and pieces of art such as tormented faces, has blood and gore and so on, tend to be more interesting. Though it is not a secret that not everybody is into gore and blood, at times it can be a bit too much, even though its intent is just to get the message through, especially when it comes to younger viewers. So that is where pastel gore comes in. Its soft colors along with overall cuteness infused art tend to have a nice feel to it, even though it still has severed limbs and wounds. It's still able to get the message through like a normal drawing wouldn't necessarily be able to, but still keeping it peachy in a way. Of course, there's good and bad art within everything, but my overall experience with pastel gore, that is always interesting to see how the artist will work the color shading poses and overall piece. Okay, now to talk a little about the art piece itself. I am not that familiar with watercolors just yet, that's why I'm trying it out and trying to work more with it as the times goes. And in overall, I really like this drawing. But I feel like the colors didn't come out as pastel as I wanted them to be, but I think I got the overall meaning through, and typical way of doing pastel gore, and the overall picture of pastel gore I hope comes through here. Now, this is my opinion on pastel gore and a little attempt at some pastel gore on traditional art. I'll be excited to hear what you guys' opinions are on pastel gore, and if you have any suggestions of what to talk about next, let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching.